guys, it's D-Man Swish here, and welcome to my next video game pickups video. I got a little bit of stuff to show you guys today. It's not a whole lot as usual, but it's still quite a bit of stuff, so without further ado, let's get started with it. Alright, first thing is, this is a pretty quick little one here. I actually received this today in the mail. I bought it off of eBay about 4 days ago, I think. And today is March 6th, so whenever this video gets posted up. So I received this today, March 6th. And it's nothing too exciting, but I saw it, and there was no bids on it, and it was about to end, so I decided to just, hey, why not? And it is John Madden's football for the Super Nintendo. And it comes with the dust sleeve here. And this game is like brand new condition, and I thought that was amazing when I saw it on the listing, so I was like, hey, why not? And I don't own it yet, so that's pretty cool. And it also came with the original booklet here, the manual, and it also came with, I'm not going to unfold it or anything, but it's the poster that came with the game as well. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's a little rough shape, but it's still okay. I mean, it's not a high dollar game, but it's still pretty cool to get the booklet and the poster with it, so that was really cool. Next, this is a couple of weeks ago, and this week, I think, just a couple different times. I went to my local ARC thrift store, and I've always been needing power cords for Nintendos and stuff, so I got another one here, and it's a, just another off-brand one, or, well, it's Panasonic brand, but it works just fine for the Nintendo, so I decided to pick this up. This was $1, and that was pretty cool. I always need those. And then just this past weekend here, I got a PlayStation 1, 2, or 3 AV cable. It's the official Sony brand, and I always need these as well, so I decided to pick this one up. This was $2, I believe. I don't know why, if they just miscalculated or whatever, but still $2 for this cord. That was pretty good. Same ARC thrift store. This was done about 3 weeks ago. I didn't go out a whole lot. I just went to my local ARC thrift store that one weekend, and I don't know, I just didn't really have the time to go out and go everywhere I usually do, so I was lucky to go. It was like 8 o'clock at night on Saturday, and I came across this, and this was really cool. When I saw the price on the bottom of it, I thought it was even better, and that is a PS1 Mini here. It's just the unit. It's actually pretty clean now. It was a little dirty on top when I got it, but it was marked at $3.99 on the bottom, and I thought that was good already. And it was half off day, so I got it for $2, and that is really good for a mini PS1, especially. I mean, I didn't really fully know if it worked or not, but I bring it home and I tested it, and it worked really, really well. So I was really excited to get this on that day, so that was pretty cool. $2, you can't go wrong with a PS1 console. I mean, I'll have to find the power cord and stuff somewhere, but I just showed you the AV cable, so I mean, I can get that I can put that together with the PS1. So all I need is the PS1 power brick, and then we're good to go. And I already have all the controllers and all that, so we're good there. Same day, same place, same location as the PS1. Right next to it, which is ironic, I found an official Nintendo brand GameCube carrying case. And I thought this was pretty cool. It has the actual, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but it has the little zipper there. It's a Nintendo brand. It has the Nintendo logo as a zipper, which is really cool. I hadn't seen one of these in a long time, and I decided to pick it up now because I don't have one yet. And I thought it was pretty cool. It's official brand. It's, Nintendo and everything, and it's just for the GameCube, I guess, the case, or for the console, and you can put your games in it and all that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this was $3, which is not bad. I hadn't seen one out in the wild like this. I usually see them at my game stores and stuff, but they usually ask like $10 for them and stuff. So I decided to just, never buy them there, but I guess I randomly came across one on my own, so I thought that was pretty cool. Next here I have a few games that I got from my local pawn shop. It's called Friendly Pawn. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before. And there's a guy there that I know really well, and they're still doing their deal. They still have a deal that they've been doing for a couple of years now because they have so much games. But they do a buy two get one free deal, which the cheaper game that you have out of the three, that's the free one. But most of these games were $2 to $3 each anyway, so I thought it wasn't that bad. It was still a pretty good deal to get some free ones. I spent a total of like $25-30, I think, and there is 9 games here. So I got 3 games free, and I paid for 6. So however that adds up, that's how much I paid for them. First one here for the NES is Super Glove Ball. I don't have this one yet, so this one will be going into the collection. And that's the only NES game out of this entire pickup video, to be honest. And that is kind of sad, but it's alright. I mean, every video can't have everything. So next here I got 2 Super Nintendo games, and I thought these were pretty cool. The first one is Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. And then the other one here is Tetris 2. So I thought those were pretty cool when I saw those, so I decided to pick them up. And then I got a stack of PS2 games here, along with a GameCube game. So first I'll show you the PS2 games. First one is Driver Parallel Lines. This one is complete. The artwork is a little water damaged, but it's not that big a deal. It's not that bad. Next one is Test Drive Unlimited, and this one is water damaged, which is a little bit more noticeable, unfortunately. And this one is incomplete. It's just missing the manual, but I'm pretty sure I'll come across one of those eventually. Next is ATV Off-Road Fury, and this one is complete. And it also has the sticker on top there still from like when it was brand new, so that's pretty cool. The Plan, which I heard is alright of a game, I guess. I decided to pick it up because I usually just don't get these kind of games, but since it was there I decided to get it. And this one is complete. And then the other one is NHL Hits 2002, and I had forgotten that I already owned this one, which is okay for me anyways, because this one's incomplete, but mine is. And it's not that great of condition. There's still a bunch of GameStop stickers on it, and this is the pawn shop sticker on the side. I paid $2 for it, but I thought I had 2003, and it's actually the one that I don't have is 2003. So I accidentally bought this one, but I'll eventually just toss it in with a PS2 deal and try to sell it or something. And the GameCube game that I got there, this was $10, which is alright, I guess. It's about average price for it. I got Metroid Prime with Metroid Echoes bonus disc. So this is my first Metroid game on the GameCube, and this one is complete as well. And it's got both discs, which is really cool, and they both play very well. So I was really excited to get this one, so that's pretty cool. Next, really quick, I will show you another eBay deal I did. I left it all in the box here that it shipped in, just because it's more convenient for me. And this is all PS2 stuff, and one PS1 game. So, I'll show you the PS1 game first, I might as well. It's nothing too exciting, but it's NHL Face Off 2001, and it is complete. And I do not own this one, so I'll keep this one as well. Alright, and then the PS2 games now I'll do. I'll sit down on the floor here. These are all complete, I believe, except for one. And all of these I don't have, except for one that I just showed you here a few minutes ago. And it is Tony Hawk's, or this is the first game of the stack here. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. WDL is World Destruction League, the Thunder Tanks. And these games so far are all complete. 007 Nightfire. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. These are all pretty good condition too. I mean, there are a few scratches here and there, but they all play very well, so I'm glad for that. Maximo Ghosts to Glory. Jak and Daxter, The Precursor Legacy. And the other one is Star Trek Voyager Elite Force Set Phasers to Frag. And then there's a couple more PS2 games in here already, or that I haven't showed you already. And this is the one that I do need. Unfortunately, it's not complete. I just talked about it a couple minutes ago. It's NHL Hits 2003. And unfortunately, this did not come with a manual. This is the only game out of the whole deal that didn't have a manual, but I'm still glad to have the game. So I'll eventually find the manual for that. And the other one is a ATV Off-Road Fury. So I got another ATV Off-Road Fury, but the other one I showed you is in much better condition, so I'll be selling this one. And the last thing that came with that deal of games, which is really the reason why I wanted the whole lot, but also the games were a really good deal too. But I wanted this the most, and that is a Sony brand Emerald Green PS2 controller. And it is brand new, like really good condition. It's like maybe used a few times. And the joysticks still have the, like they're really rough still, and they're still very stiff, which is really, really cool. I already have a couple of these, but this is like the most cleanest one out of the controllers that I have, besides my red one that I have and stuff. So this is like brand new. It's like they took it out of the package right before they mailed it to me, so that was pretty cool. After all of these games, the total came to, I think it was like $17. Which is really cool. The bidding was like $9.99 with like 7-something shipping, so it was like $17, which is a really amazing deal, especially for just the controller alone is worth like $12-15 for that condition. So that was really, really cool. Alright, next I will show you a few games and stuff that I got from my local flea market. And these were picked up the weekend after the Super Bowl. And I didn't know this, but every year after the Super Bowl, the weekend after the Super Bowl, this flea market has a sale. Like every stall in the entire building has, if the sellers are willing to do it, they'll do like a 10% off, a 20% off, or whatever. And the guy that I usually buy from had a 20% off sign right by his stall, so I decided to pick up a few things that I've seen there for a long time, but just never really wanted to buy them just because they're not really exciting, but they were a really good deal once I paid for them at the cheaper price. But first off here, I got a stack of Super Nintendo games here, and they're mainly just sports and stuff, and they were about $1.19 a piece, I think, after tax. The first one is Battle Clash. Next one is Royal Rumble, excuse me. Next is Nigel Mansell's World Championship. And the last one here is NFL Quarterback Club. So they're basically all just sports games. They're not too exciting, but they're all $1 something a piece, so that's not too bad. Next I got a stack of 4 Nintendo 64 games here. Again, same story, except for the last one that I'll show you. The first one here is NHL Breakaway 98. And these were about $1.19 as well, I think, except for the last one. I'll show you here in a second. Next one is NBA Jam 2000, which is cool. I don't have a red cart yet, so that's pretty cool anyways, just because of the color. NFL Quarterback Club 2000, which I don't have. I think I have 98 and 99, but now I have 2000. And this last one here, this game normally goes for like $15, and I paid like $6 for it, and I couldn't believe I hadn't seen it in there before, but this was a pretty good deal, and that is Pokemon Stadium. And there's no name written where it says this game pack belongs to, and most of the times kids would put their names on the label and stuff, and this one doesn't have that. So I thought that was really cool. So that was a really good deal for those games. And out of that same stall, one last thing here. It is a green Game Boy Pocket, and it has the battery cover and everything on it, which is really, really cool. I already showed you before that I've gotten like a red one and a yellow one and stuff, and a black one and all that good stuff, but now I have a green one, so that is really cool, and it works really, really well. And this one was marked after the discount. It was $10, and he usually has them at like 12 or whatever. So this was really cool to get one for $10. And I also decided to pick up a couple games for the Game Boy Color while I was at it. The first one here is Rayman. It's got some label damage, but that's alright. And the other one here is Tech Deck Skateboarding. My brother pointed that one out, and he said he wanted me to get it, so I decided to do it. He's a really huge Tech Deck fan, so I was like, cool, might as well. These were like $1.90 or something a piece, but that's not too bad for Game Boy Color games. Next, I have some PS1 and PS2 games that I got from a pawn shop that I usually never go to, and this pawn shop is they're kind of really low on games and stuff. I pretty much got like the whatever they had left, and so they're again nothing too exciting, but it was a really good deal. I'll tell you here at what I paid afterwards. But first, I got 4 PS1 games here. The first one is Madden 97. And it has the original price sticker on it from when it was in the store, and it says $59.99 on it. And I thought that was really crazy, but that's how much they actually were when they were out, which is kind of weird to think about because that's how much like PS3 games and stuff are brand new and all that. So it's kind of cool to think about. The next one is Madden 99, PGA Tour 98, and the last one here is March Madness 98. And I didn't have any of these, so I'll be keeping all 4. And then 2 PS2 games here that are pretty good condition. They're both complete. First one is MLB 09 The Show. And then the other one here is Max Payne 2 The Fall of Max Payne. So now I have both Max Payne games for the PS2. Afterwards, I paid about, I want to say $10, but I'm not positive. Actually, it might have been less than that. I think Max Payne was $3. MLB 09 was $1, and then each PS1 game was 50 cents each. So that's like $7 or something. Wait, well, 3, 4. That's $6 plus the tax. So I think it was about $7. So that was a really cool deal that I decided to just pick them all up because they've been there a long time, and for them to have PS1 games that cheap, you can't really pass that up. So I decided to take them. Next here, I did this about, these were done 2 different times, a couple weeks ago and then last weekend. I went to my local Mr. Money pawn shop, and I got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 PS2 controllers. They're just the black ones. They're all here in these bags and stuff. They're kind of hard to see there, but they're all just the basic black charcoal colored ones, and they're all Sony brand. And what's cool about this was they the first time around they had 3 of them, and I asked how much would you do for these, and the manager said, well, they're pretty old, they're outdated pretty much, so he said, how about $250 a piece? So I was like, well, I'll take it. So I took each controller for $250 a piece, so that was $750 for 3 controllers, which is really, really cool. And then the next time I went, they had 1 more, and it was a different guy working there. He had no idea what they were asking for to sell them, because it had a sticker on it. I think someone mixed it up. It was supposed to be a sticker for a PS3 controller, but it said $20 on it, and I knew that was wrong right away. So I asked the guy, would you do the same thing again? And he said, what did you pay for them last time? And I said $250. He's like, that's fine, I'll do it. And so I got away with 4 of them for the price of 1 pretty much, because they're usually like $10. So that was a really cool deal. I did have a couple more, but they ended up not working properly, so I just have them as parts controllers. So, but 4 good working ones. That's really, really cool deal. Just this last weekend, I went to a Mr. Money, the city up from me, and I haven't been there in a while, so I decided to just check it out again, and I went in, and I found another game, and I showed you this previously in the video, but this one's in much better condition, and I was excited to hear the price on this one as well. And that is Metroid Prime with Metroid Prime Echoes again with the bonus disc. But this one is in much better condition. There's no crinkles in the manual very bad or anything, and both discs are like brand new. And the case has that like brand new feel to it and everything. Like the plastic's not very rubbed off or anything on the front. and I paid $5 for this one. So that was a really cool deal. For a better one to be less money was really cool. So I might end up just selling that other one that I showed you earlier. But so that was pretty cool. Next I have to show you a pawn shop that I did in a previous video, I believe, that I talked about. It's up in the city above me, and it I didn't know it was there before, but I found out because of a Craigslist ad. And what they had was a couple of PS1 games and a Super Nintendo game. First I'll show you the PS1 games. The first one here is Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed, which I don't have, which is cool. I'll be keeping that one. And the other one is Pong, the next level for PS1. And these are both complete, and they're both great condition. Those were $2 each, I believe, which is a little bit more than what I want to pay sometimes for PS1 games, depending on the title. But I saw them, so I was like, hey, why not? And then the other one here is for the Super Nintendo, which is really cool. I didn't know they had it until I looked in their separate section that they have their more valuable games in. And this one is Double Dragon 5, The Shadow Falls, which is really cool if you ask me. They were asking $12 for it, but I asked would you do $10 on it, and they said that would be fine. So I decided to pick this one up as well, and that was $10. So really cool deal from this pawn shop. I thought that was amazing. Next here I have a couple of games that I got from the Arc Thrift Store in the city above me here. First one is Final Fantasy X2. And I got this one about 3 weeks ago, I want to say, and it was $2, so nothing too spectacular. That one's like the cheaper one of the cheaper ones out of the series, but it's still alright. It's still a Final Fantasy game, which is pretty cool. And the other one I got just this past weekend, and I already have this game, but it's a part of a set copy, and this one isn't, and that is Need for Speed Underground. And this one is complete as well, and I paid $4 for this one, I believe, and which is alright. These are normally like $8, I think, for this game, so nothing too exciting, but nothing too bad either. Next I have a game that I bought from my local game store, Games Ahoy. And I already have this game, but it was a greatest hits copy from when I was a child. So I decided to seek out for it again, trying to get it for Black Label. And that is Test Drive. And this was $4, I believe. And I had store credit, so practically I got it for cheaper if you think about it. So $4, or whatever I really paid for it. Really cool deal. It's complete, and it's really good condition, which is awesome. Alright, and the last thing here. This is a really, really cool deal. I just did this one tonight, as a matter of fact. And what's cool about it is that it started off on eBay. And I just typed in randomly. It's a Nintendo accessory. It's I typed in Nintendo on eBay, and I did distance nearest first. And this one was like at the top of the list, which is right in the city above me. And the guy was really nice about it and everything. I asked him if he would do a local deal if I had won it, and he said that would be totally fine. He said it would be a lot easier to do it than to ship it, because it is a pretty big piece. But I ended up paying $45 for it, and that was a really good deal when I saw it on eBay. It had 0 bids on it, so I just watched it, and I waited till it ended, and then I was like, I will pay you in hand, in cash, instead of doing a transaction over eBay and everything. And it was a much better deal, I think. It was easier for me to just give them cash instead of doing a transaction and all that. So here it is. I'm going to try and pick it up here. It is the Miracle Piano Teaching System. And this was, I gotta say, this would be really hard to ship. So I'm glad I found one locally. And it works really, really well. And it's, yeah, I haven't seen one in person before, so I thought that was really cool to find. It also came with the power adapter here, which is a really hard piece to find, I've heard. The only thing it's missing is the game, which I can get at Games Ahoy, and it is missing the controller cord that plugs in from the keyboard to the Nintendo. But I'll eventually find that, and then I'll have a complete set. But I did plug it in, and you can just play around with it and everything, and it does work really well, so I thought that was pretty cool. And it also came with, I don't know if this is supposed to come with or not, but it came with a carrying case bag here. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's like very convenient for it, so I thought that was really cool. Alright guys, well, that is it for this video. I know it wasn't a whole lot, and it wasn't probably too exciting, but I promise, hopefully next video I will have a lot more cooler stuff. And please stay tuned, and it'll be up in a couple of weeks, probably more than that. It'll probably be like 3 or 4 weeks before I make another one. So it leaves me enough time to get more games and stuff. But I do appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for subscribing, liking, all that. It really helps out. Yeah, so thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and I'll see you later.